Okay, so this coming week, this coming Monday, actually, today's Friday, and so this coming Monday, I'm actually going to go get my blood drawn at a functional medicine clinic. So a little bit about, I guess, what's going on with me. I'm like 49 years old, and I'm at a point where I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of not having any energy, struggling just with like basic daily functions. My memory is crap. Just being able to have like a regular conversation, I lose my train of thoughts all the time. And so, like, I understand that, like, I'm at a point where I am, see, there we go. I understand that I'm at a point where, I am in perimenopause, and I'm just dealing, obviously with being perimenopause, but I feel like I shouldn't just have to accept it, right? I feel like there's got to be something better than this. There's got to be a way to just feel overall better. I'm just not feeling like myself. I haven't felt like myself in years, just, dealing with like just life, just overall, like I said, just not having energy, not having any get up and go, like, so, to when you look at it, like I went and I had, I go to my regular doctor, right? And I get my annual physicals, and, have my annual blood draws with my GP. And, when we're looking at all of my numbers and stuff, like my iron comes back as low. I got this time, diagnosed with like high blood pressure. Okay, so that's the first time where that part's coming in. So I've got high blood pressure now, officially, but like my iron is consistently low, and I also, my ferritin. So, and these numbers have been kind of consistently low for years, and we've been trying to do iron pills. And it's really not like moving the needle a lot. So I've just kind of been like doing some investigating on my own, and just trying to see like what I can do. And what I was figuring out is that, obviously, like, my hormones are definitely at play, right? But I really, kind of the reason why I'm looking at a functional medicine doctor is because I want someone to take a look more at the root cause, and not just like looking at, let's give you some iron, which isn't helping very much, by the way. Like, I've been, pretty consistent, taking my iron pills, and I still have like zero energy, and my iron storage, the low ferritin. Like, I was doing some research, and they were talking about, under 50 is like considered low ferritin, and like under 20 is like critically low, and mine is a 6, right? So if it's at a 6, then like I feel like there should be more that gets done. It should be addressed, because like, what does that mean for me? And is that the reason why I'm like consistently just exhausted? That I have this brain fog? Is that, playing into some of the symptoms that I'm also experiencing as, a 49-year-old perimenopausal woman, right? I'm blaming everything on being in menopause, but maybe it's not the case. Maybe it's just that we've got to figure out what the heck is going on, why it's this way. And so I just decided, and I've been researching functional medicine a long time, and it's always been something that I've been interested in, going that path. However, it is, there's a cost to it, because most insurance companies don't cover functional medicine doctors. So like, you've got to be, willing and able to pay the money for not only these visits out of pockets, which aren't cheap. It's definitely not going to be cheap to go this route, but I literally just want to be able to live my life and experience life at an optimal level, right? So, they're going to evaluate all of the parts and look at all of the parts and pieces of what's going on. And then we're going to kind of go that path, right? So my goal, my whole reason for this video is just kind of, kickstarting this process that I'm about to undertake, right? And about to get started. And then, you guys can just kind of follow along with what I'm doing. Let's see how it works, how it goes, and we'll just kind of go from there. I just truly believe that there's got to be something better. If you know me, I definitely believe in alternative medicine and alternative ways to not just giving me like straight medication and things like that. I think that there's other and better ways to take care of things. And yeah, sometimes it might be like supplements and things like that versus things coming from big pharma. So I am about to kind of go on this journey, and you can definitely follow along. Hopefully, I'm praying that my energy levels can get up. We're also going to be looking at all of my hormones and things like that, and figuring out like what I need to do to get my hormone levels back up. Be that if I go do some sort of hormone replacement therapy or something like that, and then also looking at my gut health and things like that. So like there's going to be a lot of parts and pieces that are going to play into this, but I just truly am tired of being tired, and I feel like there's just got to be something better than what I'm experiencing right now. I'm tired of not being myself. I'm not old. And I want to figure out a way to basically live my very best life. So that's where we're at right now. And I hope very soon to kind of keep you guys in the loop on this whole process. So first appointment is, like I said, this coming Monday. It's just going to be a blood draw. So they're going to draw my blood, and then I have my follow-up appointment towards the end of the month. So today is just July 3rd. So my follow-up appointment is scheduled for the 29th. So it'll be a little bit before, I'll be able to come back with my results. But yeah, we'll go from there. All right. Take care. Bye.